working voice to hit in 3, 2, 1, hit. Okay, well, that out of the way, this is Jamal116, and I'm here to show you another little redstone creation that I built a little bit ago. This is a binary adding machine, so basically it will add two binary numbers that you put in. So I'm going to do a quick example. Let's do 12, which is 8 and 4. So we're going to come over here and hit the submit button, and on the display you will be able to see 12 and 4 both pop up there. So for our second number, we're going to do 24, which is 8 and 16. So when we hit the submit button, it will add them together, which will be 36, which is 32 and 4, as so. So we're going to do a little example here about how it can carry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all of the numbers, and then I'm going to add 1, so it will be 63 plus 1 is 64, which is the very last torch to the left over there. So there's all the numbers. Put them in there and wait for it to take a long time. Don't know why it does this, but it takes a long time to put in that number. And as for our second number, we're going to flip off all the torches except for 1. And when we come over here, you will actually be able to see it carrying the numbers over. So you can see it moving on. All these are flipping off as we enter in our next digit, and it will turn on 64, which is our answer. So basically the way it works is this. But not really. The way it works is this little thing over here on the ground that I developed, which basically is kind of like an exclusive OR gate, in that if you have an even amount of inputs, so if you have power and 2 or 0 input, then this trail over here will be turned off as it is now. But if you put an odd number, so 1 or 3, and this trail will be put on. So if I flip any one of those, it will just turn off that torch and turn the trail on. But when I flip any 2 of them, as you can see, the trail is off. But then when I flip 3, then that trail up here on the top turns off, and you can see those torches turning on this trail. So I use that for this. Now the way we select the numbers is through these AND gates on the bottom here. Basically, this lever over here on the red block is hooked up directly to this AND gate, and then the other part of the AND gate is the first, second number button. So as you can see, for here it's off, but for the second number it's on because it's an inverted current. So then when I flip it, then we will be entering the first number, and the second number is off. And what's in the other part of it is the submit button, which is hooked up to the other part of this AND gate, because this one hooks up over to the other torch. Submit button hooks up to that one, which is hooked up to the memory cells for each individual number. So there's like 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16, and 32. Anyways, then for 1, what it does is both inputs, is the one from up there, will come into this exclusive OR gate. So if there's 1, then it will go out to display, and if there's 2, then it will turn off, and nothing will go out to display. And since both of them are on, there's the AND gate here, which carries up to 2. Anyways, so for 2, we use that same thing I showed you earlier. There's 2 inputs from our number that carried from the 1, and then the 2 from our 63. And so that means the current here is off. This goes down to the display, and since there's a 2, because this current is off, which means it turns off that part of the AND gate, and then one of these, in this case 2, have been entered, and sorry, I just scratched the microphone there, and therefore it will turn off the other part of the AND gate and carry up to 4. And from then on, it is basically the exact same thing. As there's the carry, there's our input, there it is off, and there's that AND gate, and it's basically the same thing all the way down for the rest of them until we get to 32. Now the only difference with 32 is that since there's no input for 64 down there, is when we carry to 64, all it does is just go straight down here and goes straight over to the display. So it goes underground, comes up here, goes over these couple trails, and then just goes straight into the display. Since it's the only one that's on, all the other trails are on, keeping those torches off. And since this trail's off, that torch goes on and so forth. So we're going to reset it again, and I'm just going to do one last equation to finish off the video. So it is, let's see, 101011, which is 43. So 101011. I'm going to submit it. There's our number, and then for our next number, I'm going to do 110111, which is 55. So, second number, 1 turn, what was it, 110111. So 0111. And as it's night, we're going to hit the submit button, and you'll be able to see the answer, which comes out to be 98, which is 64, 32, and 2, as we can see from my little notepad there. So, thanks you guys for watching. That's all I have for today, and I don't know, I'll just see you guys later.